Today we're going to talk about the Darkness Takeover mod, and this is the mod where we actually see Family Guy characters fall victim to the Pibby darkness. Initially I wasn't going to cover this mod because it seems so disjointed, but once I actually looked at it, the backstory of it makes a bit more sense, and it's actually really interesting. So it seems that Boyfriend actually gets separated from Pibby in this mod, and he's forced to face this darkness alone in the Family Guy universe. And the first opponent that he actually runs into is Peter Griffin, who of course is one of the main characters in Family Guy. What I find interesting here is that Boyfriend actually looks stressed, and then secondly that he's defending Brian and Stewie, who are two people who haven't been corrupted as of yet. Something else that really surprised me here is how scared Stewie looked. Stewie's always been kind of that evil genius type character. I thought he was going to do some crazy stuff to kind of fight the darkness instead of being more like a victim in it. But at the end of the day, I mean, he is just a baby. Now, something interesting that we get to find out about Peter here is that he's not alone in his corruption. He actually has his entire family within his body. And I assume this is like the same situation as Peppa Pig, where she gets corrupted, then she goes and she corrupts her whole family. I feel like Peter did the same thing, but he actually consumed his family, making them a part of him. And this is why we can see them bursting out of him like some strange abomination. Now, a sad fact here is that Boyfriend seems to be taken by this corruption. In one of the scenes where the screen goes completely white, we literally see like this hooked hand that looks to belong to Lois literally snatch him into the corruption. Now, we can't say that Boyfriend is actually dead or corrupted at this point because technically he cannot be corrupted until he loses a rap battle, but he's definitely out of the fight for the time being. Something else that I find interesting is once Boyfriend goes down, Brian and Stewie basically have to fend for themselves, and they both end up being corrupted one at a time. Brian goes first and then Stewie goes after him. And in one scene, we actually see corrupted Brian and corrupted Peter fighting against Stewie, and something interesting happens. It seems that Peter forces himself out of the corruption, and he's able to take back his regular form and actually fight alongside Stewie. I think that this is interesting because out of all the characters who have been corrupted, Peter's been the only one that's been able to actually resist the corruption, and he didn't only do it once, but he did it twice. This is a big deal because there are cartoon characters who are way stronger than Peter Griffin, obviously, who were not able to avoid being corrupted and definitely not able to fight the corruption off once they were actually taken by it. Now, a couple of fun facts about this mod. There were some characters that managed not to get corrupted at all, like Cleveland and of course the cop, I think his name is Joe. But Quagmire actually was partly corrupted, and the only reason he was able to fend it off is because he believed that since he had pretty much every STD known to man, that he could also control the corruption. And for whatever reason, that actually worked, and the corruption didn't go past his arm, technically. Sadly, he still ended up getting corrupted by Cleveland's son, so it was all for naught. But I do want to point out that the Family Guy characters are the only characters thus far that have actually been able to resist the corruption, which is ridiculous. But if I'm being honest, I kind of love it. And the last thing I want to bring up is something that you may have missed, but in the first song, you actually get to see that evil monkey that lived in Chris's closet is also corrupted, and it's like breaking through one of the doors, kind of pointing at you. And I just thought that was a cool little detail I have to add into the mod. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video where I go over even more corrupted Pibby characters, or check out this video where I go over the new Wednesday Infidelity mod. Thanks for watching, subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Peace, peace.